Hi there, it's the Egg. I'm John Spade, and it's Wednesday, otherwise known as Hump Day. Today, I got a few things to talk about. First of all, I want to send a shout out to those people that have been, participating and bringing me great information and links, and opening up the debate. So, hi there to Todd, and to Miles, and to Val, and who else has been throwing me stuff? Josh and Mike, and everybody else that sent me an email telling me that they're watching. I really appreciate it. So yeah, a big thank you. Today, I want to talk about Monsanto. Now, this conversation is probably not going to be what you would expect. I have a tendency to take the high road. I want to fight the good fight. So, me, it's all about fleshing out the man. Well, guess what, guys? I hate to break this to you, but you're the man. I'm the man. We're all the man. So I think about a monster like Monsanto. And for those of you who've watched Food Inc. and other documentaries or seen them in the news, yeah, probably already know about their antics, the way they make things happen in the world. Their quest to sort of own everything that has to do with agriculture. And, it's a pretty big thing when they are working in labs to come up with better forms of plant life that grows quicker, bigger, is more resilient to bugs, disease. Apparently they have to use less pesticides. The whole GMO thing, and the debate continues, and science isn't really giving us anything concrete as far as what the long-term effects are from eating genetically modified foods. So here's where I'm going today. Do I have problems with the way Monsanto operates? Yeah, absolutely. I think it'd be foolish for us not to have some issues with it. But here's where I want to go. Monsanto is made up of people like you and me. People who are all out working day to day, support the families, pay their mortgages, pay their car payments. And it's an accumulation of a lot of people, millions of people around the world that are all trying to do the same thing. And that's survive and make a living for themselves. And I try to, I've been thinking about this for a long time. And the way it operates, it's sort of like that movie Matrix, where we're all part of this massive machine that just keeps moving, and we can't really stop it because this is what it is. It's a creature, and its sole purpose is to grow, expand, to bring money back to investors. Hi, babe. How you doing this morning?
Hi.
Getting ready for work?
Yes.
Awesome. My wife. Anyways, it's this big machine, and you can't stop it. And I'm not sure it would be a good idea to stop it, because our economy, like so many other big industries, is really reliant on the jobs that it creates. So it's a tough one to go after big companies like this and say, you know what, you guys are unethical and we need to shut you down. And can you really point out one or two people that are responsible? Well, you have CEOs, you have presidents, you have vice presidents. There's a whole chain of command in a company like Monsanto. So there's not really one person that's to blame. What it comes down to, and this is how I feel, is that it's your responsibility, it's my responsibility. Here's where it needs to change. The whole idea of a capitalist society that's built on basically greed. And if you really look at the roots of all the problems we're having right now, it comes from us, because there's a stock market, there's mutual funds. Everybody is basically trying to set themselves up in the future so that they can retire, and they can retire with a nice nest egg and not worry about anything. It's a very different lifestyle in North America compared to around the rest of the world. What our priorities are: we need to have a bigger house, we need to have a bigger car, there needs to be a lot of money in the bank, and that's not necessarily always going to come from the job that you have. It's not enough. We know we have to invest money and put it away if we want to have something for the future, because quite honestly, for people in my age group and younger, the prospects of there being money in the kitty for retirement is not looking very good. So what it comes down to, I guess, is survival. And Monsanto is just a big machine that it's like a big teat, and we're all leeching onto it for some life sustenance. How do we change it? I'm not sure. You can't get rid of capitalism. I don't think you can pull one person out of Monsanto and say, you know what, you are ultimately responsible for the plight of what's going on and for all the farmers that are suffering now because they can't grow their own grain. I don't think it works that way. And you know, it's the sum of the parts. I think there probably are some bad people in the Monsanto organization. There's bad people everywhere. For those people who live in Calgary, a little story from last week I want to share really quickly. You know, to sort of sum it up, that, you know, we're not necessarily all pure. A guy basically gets into an accident at 3 o'clock in the morning on one of our highways, gets ejected out of his vehicle. He's laying on the side of the road. Now the cameras pick this up. So we hear a report, what's going on at 3 o'clock in the morning? Well, there's a man laying on the side of the road, and you can see people's brake lights coming on as they sort of stop to have a peek, and then they continue on. They don't care. And, you know, unfortunately, I think that is part of the problem. We are so focused on what we're doing and where we're going and how we're moving that even a human life really isn't that dire for us. We're not consumed with saving the planet. We can say we're consumed with the idea of saving the planet, and we can jump on all the bandwagons, and we can write those checks to X, Y, and Z charity, and we can feign subtle indignation at the idea that Monsanto and other corporations like that are taking over the world and people are suffering because of it. But at the end of the day, I think it's fair to say that we get so caught up in our lives that we're not really that concerned. It's just my feeling. I could be wrong. So I'm going to move on. Probably not what you were expecting from me this morning on the whole idea of Monsanto. I do want to touch on some of the stuff that they're doing. I'll do that in a later segment. Also, I want to touch on it's the internet and myself and the evolution that is the egg and where it's going and how just, I guess in the last 3 or 4 days where I've sort of stepped up onto my soapbox, my viewership has gone up, which means I'm not sure how it works exactly. If people that are watching are kind of going, hey, you know what, this is actually worth, you know, give it a chance. You know, they're telling people. I'm not sure how it's working. But the numbers have gone up. There's sort of a graph I get on the videos. What's it called? You can click on it. It sort of shows you what's happening as far as activity goes. And I'm not supposed to watch this stuff, but I'm sort of fascinated nonetheless, and I do. And I guess part of what's driving it is I actually am getting feedback now, whether it's through Posterous or on Facebook. I'm not sure what the best platform is for sort of driving the whole package, but I think what's going to happen in time is I'm going to actually have my own website that I can invite people to, and then it's all in one nice tight package, and you can subscribe, and if you want to come see what I'm doing, great, and if you're not, you don't have to. I'm having lots of fun still. I don't think that's going to change because every day I get inspired to talk about something else. I did get some links. I'm going to talk about here in the next couple of days some stuff that's going on in the world that's important and you might want to know about. And on that note, I'm going to say bye for now, and we'll see you later.